What's up, critters? It's your boy, the OG GM, coming to you live from Calabasas, California, home of Matt Mercer. Probably wasn't supposed to tell people that you live there, huh? Oh well. Got some Critical Role news, because we haven't talked about Critical Role in like 72 hours. And I haven't insulted them in like a year. Wow. Truly, it is a new and brave world. For those of you who don't follow Critical Role, they have been slowly introducing new members to the ensemble, most of whom's names I will get wrong, so I apologize ahead of time if I get your name wrong. Recently, 3 new faces joined the table. Aimee Carrero, Carrero, Utkarsh Ambudkar, I am sorry, Utkarsh Ambudkar, Arash Ambudkar, and Emily Axford, who's come over from the game he was running on another channel. They also had, what's her name? Aabria, Aabria Iyengar. I apologize for messing up your name there, but we know that's the thing I do. Please do not insult me for getting their names wrong. That's just the way my brain works. Some names I have trouble with. Who has been sort of bits and bobbing around the Critical Role table for a while now. She ran one of the 2 spin-offs for Critical Role's normal campaign called, as you know, Exandria Unlimited. She's received some press for how not such a great job she did, but whatever. So yeah, she's semi-officially been part of Season 3, Campaign 3, and now these 3 new individuals have also joined Campaign 3, semi, maybe permanent. Not sure, but what if anything does this mean other than they're growing the board and adding new members as the 3rd and possibly final campaign of Critical Role as we know it nears its completion? Maybe? Who knows? Not sure what's going on. What, if anything, does this mean? Does it mean anything at all? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it does mean something. Could be that the table is slowly replacing itself with newer, fresher faces as some of the members of the Critical Role core team consider the possibility of heading off to maybe not be so active. I mean, Laura and Travis have a child and possibly might want a second one. Matt and Marissa have been married for a while. They might be considering starting a family. So maybe it's looking to slowly replace members of the current team with newer faces as Critical Role evolves to whatever its next stage is going to be. Let's face it, at some point in time, these guys are going to want to maybe take a break. So maybe adding new characters, new faces helps not only Mercer complete the multi-level story that he has developed for Campaign 3, but also maybe bring certain story arcs to an end and maybe make the place so we're not so upset if, we see less of Laura or less of Travis or less of Talzin or less of Sam. A lot of people say, thank God no Sam. Is there a reason why we don't like Sam Riegel at the table? I mean, other than one person who has badmouthed him repeatedly? Not sure. So, yeah, could it just be Matt's making new friends? COVID is over. It's a good chance to bring new people in to broaden the fan base and, clean up some stories and get some new fresh faces at the table. Maybe the core 4 getting stale and people are just like, let's see some new faces. Or could it just be a passing moment? Or could it be that Matt and Marissa are getting people ready for the possibility of us seeing less of certain members, or even certain members deciding, you know what, I need a break, or you know what, I'm done. I want to spend this time with my family, or I want to spend this time doing something else. Plus, they're branching out into other places in the world. They're doing, all this media thing, and they're doing all their own little games and stuff. So it's possible that Critical Role is taking this moment to evolve and change as the world around it evolves and changes as well. Could be a good thing. Could be a bad thing. Could be nothing at all. Do you care? I mean, they have said, we would see different faces in the past and that the table would change. And it's not surprising that maybe some of them are like, maybe it's time to get some new blood. And I'm just spitballing here. I don't know. I got nothing. It's just interesting. Or no, it's not. I don't know. What do you think? Do you care about what's going on with Critical Role? Or do you not care? I think the most important thing going on with Critical Role right now is the announcement of their 2 games that are going to be shortly displayed in all the lovely YouTube media Twitch form, and how this choice to possibly finally break off from Wizards of the Coast will affect the gaming world. Because if Daggerheart is huge, even, partially huge, it'll be a huge... It's way too many times using the word huge. It'll be disastrous for Wizards of the Coast, because 5th edition, as we know it, would not exist without Critical Role. Okay? If they hadn't switched from Pathfinder to D&D 5th, if they hadn't been making the stuff that they made from 2018 to 2022, 5e would not be what it is right now. 5e would not be king of the castle. 5e would just be, whatever. It's D&D, no one cares. They made 5e cool. They made 5e socially acceptable. They made 5e the juggernaut it was, the lifestyle brand that Wizards of the Coast thinks it needs to be. They owe that to Critical Role. So if Critical Role does what I think they're going to do and focus all that energy on Daggerheart going forward, and their other one, Imaginary Worlds, like they are with Candle Obscura, that could be another nail in the Wizards of the Coast D&D coffin, especially with everything else that is swirling around them right now. So, color me interested, Mr. Mercer, for the first time. I know my experience and relationship with Critical Role has been 90% negative, but I, for one, am cautiously optimistic that they will take the ball and run with it and end the stranglehold that D&D 5e has created for the industry, because we need it to. We need something to. I'm sorry, but we do. D&D needs to evolve, and it can evolve as long as Wizards of the Coast continues to treat it and us the way it is. So hopefully Mercer and Company have learned their lesson and have decided to do what makes the most sense, and this is yet another example, another step in them ending that association with Wizards of the Coast and Critical Role 2018 to 2022, and creating a brand new next generation, Critical Role, the next generation, and taking the game in new and exciting ways that'll maybe hopefully break that stranglehold and give a new breath of fresh air the industry deserves. Or not, I don't know, I'm an idiot, why are you listening to me? But it's news and it's important, especially anything involving Critical Role is always important. So congratulations to the new members of the Critical Role team, whose names I got wrong. I apologize. We will see what happens next with Candle and Obscura premiering any day now. So we are all curious. If you want me to follow Candle Obscura, let me know. If you don't want me to follow Candle Obscura, let me know. I, for one, am interested in the mechanics, if nothing else. So hopefully they address those at least in the first issue. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 2,000 subs by the end of the year. And I'll talk to you all later. It's supposed to thunderstorm today, so stay safe.